directly east of Rome is the relatively impenetrable mountains of the south of Abruzzo. Abruzzo is one of Italy's little-known treasures. Home to one of Italy's highest peaks, it has a great collection of robust mountain dishes.
Coastline to the east and mountains to the west came two very different types of cuisines. Seafood from the coastline, meat from the mountains, and I want to spend more of my journey finding out more of those dishes from these lush green mountains and valleys.
Adam starts his trek today in Sulmona, where he finds a pasta machine that looks like a guitar. He heads to the hills in the north to cook with a gourmet shepherd, and then sits down to a panarda, a feast consisting of many courses.
This is my pilgrimage. Come share the journey with me. In Abruzzo, they're famous for a specific pasta shape, and the name is called Chitarra. But it's not the actual pasta, it's the way it's made and the instrument they use to make this pasta.
To make the pasta dough,
yes,
you need
flour?
3 important ingredients: flour, eggs, and salt. So we need to make a little fountain.
A fountain, we call it a well, so
yes,
you're separating the flour. A fountain.
We said a little
That's the
fountain.
Abruzzo way, I'm guessing, is it?
Much more romantic, maybe. Can you help me?
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, getting to work.
3 eggs in the middle.
3 eggs. And it is like a workout, isn't it?
Yes.
You've got to use your muscles to get in there and make sure the eggs and the flour all combine together.
Yes.
Milena, so this pasta was created in the 18th century.
Yes, in the middle.
By the people of Abruzzo.
Yes, by the people of Abruzzo from Chieti. It's a province of Abruzzo, Chieti.
Spaghetti chitarra, alla chitarra.
Spaghetti alla chitarra. In Abruzzese we said Maccheroni alla chitarra.
But
it's a
when
dialect.
When I think of spaghetti, I think of a round pasta. You know, it's nice and skinny and round shape.
No,
but
this is square pasta.
So like this?
Yeah. This is ready to make a little frame. Could you help me?
Okay, you tell me the thickness. Am I going down the middle?
Square, down the middle, yes.
Straight down the middle?
Straight down the middle.
Okay.
Now we need a tool, the chitarra.
So this is the famous tool of Abruzzo, the
yes,
special pasta making tool. So nice and softly picking up the sheet onto the chitarra.
Okay.
All right.
The concert is started.
The concert is starting.
Look.
Oh wow, and you're using a lot of pressure or just a little bit, softly?
Oh, no softly, no, not the pressure.
So you need to give it a little bit of force. Give it, you're working your rolling pin over.
Yes.
I can see underneath.
Yeah.
And there we have it. I can hear you playing the guitar.
Yeah, now they are ready to go.
What type of sauce would you traditionally serve the spaghetti chitarra with?
Red sauce.
A red sauce, yeah?
With the lamb.
With a lamb, like
yes.
a ragu?
Yes.
That's got me thinking that I need to find out a bit more about this lamb ragu and how it works well with the spaghetti alla chitarra.
Yeah.
Milan, thank you very much for showing me how to make the pasta. Don't worry
Let's
about that.
Let's go to eat.
I was hoping you were going to sing for me a little final note.
Yeah.
Arrivederci.
After the break, Adam meets Gregorio, a shepherd with a penchant for cooking. Located in the hills, about an hour south of Sulmona, is Valle Scannese, home to a very colourful personality, Gregorio. Gregorio is a shepherd and a cheesemaker and invited Adam to his hut to knock up a lamb pasta mill.
My journey so far has taken me to some amazing places. But I think today, I'm at the top of the mountain. I'm gonna make a lamb ragu. That sounds so hearty because it is really cold up here at the moment.
Mettiamo un goccino d'olio.
Olive oil. So this is interesting. Normally I'd heat up my olive oil normally at home and get it nice and hot and then seal off all my veggies. But I'm listening to Gregorio because I'm not mucking around with him today. Otherwise I'll end up in a fight. Next step is to cook off our vegetables, our onion and carrot for 2 or 3 minutes to get a bit of colour.
Il vino bianco non te lo devi bere, lo devi mettere là.
He just told me the wine's for the pan, not for the mouth. Okay. In with the white wine. Quando?
Okay.
Okay? Wow. Cooking on open fire, there's something about it. Just the natural heat and the warmth is keeping me nice and warm. Piccolo.
Piccolo, mi raccomando, non fare come...
You know what? I better get back to work. Okay. See. In with the lamb into the pan. Now this is interesting because normally if I was making a ragu at home, I would have sealed my meat first, taken it out, added my vegetables, then done the cooking process. But attention.
Salute.
A little bit. In this pan, he's gonna add olive oil and the tomatoes. Adding seasoning and salt in particular just brings out the flavour of the ingredients, so don't be scared about doing that at home. Okay, Gregorio, we've cooked some fettuccine here, centering of fettuccine in boiling water for about 8 minutes, drained it, cooled it down. We're going to add it into our pan, okay? Fast.
Metti un altro po'.
Back on the heat, heating our pasta through. Pasta's sizzling hot. So we're not mixing the tomato through, we're just dropping it on top. This is another one of Gregorio's cheeses here. This is a ricotta, but it's aged. What he does, he rubs olive oil over it and leaves it to sit there and grow its own black mold like a skin. Salute. Gregorio, grazie a tutti. I'm looking forward to tucking into this beautiful lamb ragu.
Gregorio is good mates with another shepherd from these parts, Nunzio. Nunzio left his job teaching as a professor to devote his life to creating jobs for his local village. With innovative thinking and sheer determination, he now has built a successful business that encompasses farming, food and tourism.
During summer, the sheep are moved from the valley to the mountain.
We move the sheep because we have to do this every year. So we ask to the people if they want
To join?
Yes, join the sheep in Transumanza, and this is a beautiful experience because people, I see that people understand and everybody are very enthusiastic.
It's a very innovative idea from your father to continue this tradition. The tradition being maintained here is farming, which is very important to the region, and the tourists love it. So earlier this morning we left Nunzio's farm with all these sheep, over 1,200 sheep, and we've just made our way down along the river and they're starting to head up the hillside. Let me tell you, this is one of those experiences, again, I won't forget, but the morning sun, the fresh air, and the smell of lots and lots of sheep poo has really got me motivated to get these sheep up this hill. Nunzio, how have you got in touch with understanding the traditions and the way of the land here, and the biodiversity in particular?
We have the highest mountain in Italy.
Yeah, you have the mountains on one side and the sea on the other side.
So we have wind from the sea and wind from the mountain. So the richness of herbs and trees.
What I understand is that 80% of different types of herbs in the world grow here in this area.
Yes, we have
In an area?
Squared.
It's 1 meter square,
yes. We have more than 120 different herbs. So you can imagine.
In that meter square, 120
Yes.
different types of herbs.
Exactly.
That's just amazing. Viola, your father's innovative ideas, have they helped other shepherds in the area to continue traditions and, I guess, be sustainable?
Yes, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
after graduation, he started to think about the preservation. We start with the project Adopt a Sheep. That is a project...
Sorry, adopt a sheep.
Yes, yes.
After the break, we join Nunzio in the mountains to herd sheep.
Why would I want to adopt a sheep? A pecora?
Yeah, I think maybe for maintain this tradition, because with adopt you can help this factory to produce this cheese, this salami also.
I'm guessing wool.
Exactly.
So by adopting a sheep, not only do I get my own sheep in with its own name, I get to preserve a tradition.
Exactly.
And, you know, these are the things, as a chef, you don't want to lose. It's not just about food and preserving things in a jar, it's about the traditions. And to preserve, and that is a beautiful thing. And I think that we should all think about adopting a pecora at some stage.
Abruzzo has a very strong feasting tradition that is unique and characterizes food culture in Abruzzo. They have a feast called Panarda, and Adam has been invited to join in.
Local paisano from Adelaide, born in Adelaide, has invited me to an amazing event called a Panarda, which is a grand banquet. Paul, buonasera.
Buonasera, Adam.
Can you tell me a little bit about the actual Panarda and the history?
Has started off with the nobile families that at that time would have these big feasts.
Like we're seeing tonight so far, it looks amazing.
And they would host all the poor people, you know, the ones that needed food more than all the others. So there would be a big banquet and everyone would be enjoying the food.
Let's dig in, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul, somebody said to me, a little birdie whispered in my ear today, said, don't eat, don't eat.
You know why? There's going to be a lot of courses the whole night long, yes.
Really? So
yes.
The Panarda consists of how many courses traditionally?
Well, traditionally it varies from 20 to 50 courses.
20 to 50
Exactly.
courses?
Yes.
Love chit-chat, Paul. I'm saying.
Back to food.
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Right.
Third course, what are we about to eat?
It's called gnocchi. Okay?
Gnocchi.
And it's a soup with chickpeas inside.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, it's a mixture. In the old days, there'd be a guard with a rifle right behind you, and if any host would refuse to eat, he'd be there threatening you with a rifle. But that was in the olden days.
We better eat then.
Yeah, right.
This looks like the famous pasta of Abruzzo.
Chitarra pasta.
It is?
It is.
Oh,
it is,
fantastic.
Yes.
So the feast will be a great way of keeping the tradition alive of all the food of this region and also the culture.
Yes, exactly. It'd be a sort of sharing of the food with everyone.
I think we need to share with everybody that's
Yeah,
here.
I think we should.
Should we?
Should we call the girls? Okay.
Right now.
Enjoy.
Ecco qua.
Smash, don't worry. Hey. Paul, could I say that there is a strong religious heritage to the panada?
There are roots of a heritage, you know, of this religious heritage in the early days, yes.
Well, Paul, I think in respect, Paul, it's been an absolute honour to enjoy this feast with you and the people of your town.
We're very happy for that, you know, because this is a very, very strong tradition that we have, especially in this town, in this Manaresca district, you know.
I would like to salute tutti the people al salmone. Grazie, grazie, grazie.
Noi siamo da dove nasce il sole. Noi siamo
That's their anthem.
Ciao Manaresca! Grazie a tutti. Thank you so much for an amazing banquet. I'm feeling like a bit of a porco miale. I've enjoyed every moment.
Coming up, Adam's final recipe is full of the rich, robust bounty of the mountains.
Abruzzo, I herded sheep with one shepherd, I cooked up a hearty lamb ragu with the other, and I ate so many plates of food at my very own panada. But I always have room for a little bit more food, and I'm going to be making a lamb fettuccine dish.
For the full list of ingredients and method, visit Adam's Pasta Pilgrimage.
First step to this dish, we need to get some olive oil into the pan. Have some diced onion straight in. Just getting that sweating off. Now, 3 to 4 minutes, making sure that you don't get too much colour to it. Now I have my lamb here. I'm using backstrap. If you can't get your hands on backstrap, maybe shoulder, off the bone obviously. But the main key here is to dice it all the same size. That way it cooks nice and evenly in the pan. Now, you want to cook that off for 3 to 4 minutes till it's got some nice, rich, brown caramelization on the meat. And to help that happen, add a good pinch of salt. Don't be scared at this point to raise the temperature in your pan. Get some serious, fierce heat in there. So our lamb's taking on some great colour. Chickpeas into the pan. Fantastic. Now, you need to add a generous amount of butter. And when I mean generous, 1, 2, and 1 more for good luck, all right? Give that a little toss again. Add some chicken stock. Bring that up to the boil and then drop it down to a simmer, and you want to cook that for about 8 to 10 minutes. The other part to my dish is I'm making a beautiful 10 herb sauce that's going to complement this as well. The first part to making the herb sauce is we need to grab all these wonderful herbs. So I have oregano, sage, thyme, dill, basil, parsley. Don't put the stalk into your sauce, just use those beautiful leafy part of the herb. A good splash of olive oil is going to make sure that we work all those herbs together and make it into a lovely fine paste. Lid on, give that a blend. Look at that great green colour there. This reminds me of the beautiful landscape throughout Abruzzo. Now, our lamb's cooking away. It's time to get our fettuccine into the boiling salted water. Just be gentle with your fettuccine when you drop it into the water, just twisting and turning it, making sure that all your pasta is submerged in the hot water and it's going to cook nice and evenly. This is going to take about 6 minutes, which is going to be really al dente, but that's the way I want it, because I'm going to finish the last 2 minutes of cooking of the pasta in this wonderful lamb and chickpea sauce. Fettuccine, great, straight out of the hot water. into the pan. It's still very al dente. When I say al dente, I mean a bit firm to the bite. Give it a little heat. Finish off the cooking process in the pan with all those flavours. It's going to take your pasta dish from being great to amazing. Yeah, mix all the beautiful herb sauce through the fettuccine. What would be a dish from Abruzzo without some pecorino? Seriously. We have to add a good amount. A beautiful bitey flavour of pecorino.
The mountains of Abruzzo are really something to behold. The people are rugged, but warm and full of character. Traditions have been preserved and passed down to create a future for the community, a future that encompasses passion, survival, and innovation. Next time, Adam travels to Emilia-Romagna, tastes Parmigiano Reggiano, a cheese that only a few producers are able to create.
To make one of these wheels, how much milk do we need?
600 kilos of milk.
It's also the home of Bolognese Rugu, and boy, are they proud of it. For this episode's recipes, stories, and more, visit Adam's Pasta Pilgrimage.